These are two of Hoka's most popular daily trainers, the Hoka Mach 6 and the Clifton 10. On paper, they look very similar. Same brand, same category, and both marketed as daily trainers. But on foot, they feel completely different. One of these feels lighter, firmer, and more energetic. The other feels softer, more cushioned, and more relaxed underfoot. And choosing the wrong one is exactly why a lot of people end up disappointed. Either because their shoe feels too soft and sluggish, or it feels too firm and unforgiving for what they actually use it for. So in this video, I'm going to break down how these two really compare for walking and running, how they feel after time on your feet, and which one actually makes more sense for you, not just on paper. At a high level, these shoes are built with slightly different design intentions. The Clifton 10 is designed for comfort and protection, while the Mach 6 leans more towards responsiveness and performance. But what's really interesting is that those design intentions don't always match up with how they feel in real life, especially after you start walking and running in them for longer periods of time. And that's where the real differences between the two become a lot more interesting. So let's run through the key specs side by side. So in the Mach 6, we've got 37mm in the rear foot, 32 at the forefoot, giving you a 5mm difference from the back to the front of the shoe. It comes in at 235 grams, and it's got supercritical foam in the midsole. In contrast to that, in the Hoka Clifton 10, we've got 42mm of cushion in the rear foot, 34 in the forefoot, giving you an 8mm drop. It's heavier, coming in at 278 grams, and it's got CM foam in the midsole. So on paper, straight away, you can see the Clifton 10 is taller, heavier, and more cushioned, while the Mach 6 is lower, lighter, and more aggressive. And underfoot, these shoes feel very different. The Clifton 10 is clearly the softer shoe. You feel a lot more cushioning under the heel and the forefoot, and the ride is more relaxed and forgiving, especially for long periods of time on your feet. The Mach 6 is firmer, and that's exactly what makes it more responsive. You don't sink into the foam as much, and you get a quicker, snappier push off when you pick up the pace. And fit is a really important contrast between these two shoes. The Mach 6 is a narrow fitting shoe. It has a very early taper on the forefoot, and for a lot of people that will feel very snug, especially if you have a broader foot. The Clifton 10, in contrast, is wider than the Clifton 9, and it's wider than the Mach 6, but it's still a relatively narrow fitting shoe overall. The lockdown is great on both, but it feels more secure in the Mach 6, and the Clifton 10 feels a bit more relaxed and accommodating, especially in terms of volume in the toe box. Then for walking, these shoes feel completely different. The Clifton 10 feels a lot softer and more forgiving on the foot, especially over long periods of time. There's more cushioning under the heel and the forefoot, and it has an excellent meta rocker with some stiffness in the toe box. The Mach 6 feels firmer underfoot when walking. You feel like you have a better ground contact feel because there's less cushioning underneath your foot, and therefore feels more structured and a little bit more stable. And for running, well, then the differences become even more noticeable. The Mach 6 feels lighter underfoot, quicker to transition from the back to the front, and really picks up the pace easily. The Clifton 10 is more of a cruisy shoe now. It's more comfort focused, whereas the Clifton 9 was a bit snappier underfoot, so it's not particularly eager to go faster when you ask it to try and do more up-tempo workouts. And in terms of overall stability, the Clifton 10 is very much a classic neutral shoe, and because of the firmer feel and less cushioning underneath your foot, we classify the Mach 6 as more of a stable neutral shoe. So who should actually choose each of these? Well, with the Clifton 10, if you want a soft, cushioned shoe with a nice rocker that springs you forward for all-day comfort, this is an excellent option. It's also quite a versatile shoe because it can be used for walking all day, but it can also be used for those easy miles, long miles, and recovery runs. If you want a faster, more up-tempo workout shoe that's really light and picks up the pace easily, you want to go for the Mach 6. If you use it as a walking shoe, it gives you good ground contact feel. It's a more of a minimalist type shoe compared to the max cushion shoe in the Clifton 10. So it won't give you that protection for all day comfort, but there's no reason that you can't use it as a walking shoe option. And from a clinical perspective, neither of these shoes are excellent options if you've got issues in the ball of your foot, like Morton's neuroma, as it's quite tight in there. If you have a hallux rigidus, well then you're going to get more protection from the stiffness in the Clifton 10, whereas you've got a little bit too much flexibility in the forefoot of the Mach 6. I put links to both shoes in the description if you want to check out the latest prices on Amazon. Otherwise, let me know your thoughts on the two shoes. Do you have them? How's the durability working out for you? We know that's been an issue historically with Hoka. And otherwise, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, check out our videos. We've got loads of Hoka comparisons and deep dives on every brand you can think of.